In the heart of Yoruba land, hidden among rolling hills and vast forests, lay the ancient village of Kukudi. It was a place where tradition was law, and among its many customs, one stood above the rest. The sacred snail of Kukudi must never be hunted. Touched or eaten, the villagers believed these mysterious giant snails were spirits of the land, guardian of the village fortune. Any attempts to break this sacred rule would bring untold misfortune. Toye, a wealthy and hardworking farmer, was one of the most respected men in Kukudi, but despite his success, he remained humble and kind-hearted. His only flaw, some would say, was his unwavering loyalty to Ladi, a man whom the entire village had long abandoned. Ladi was the opposite of Toye in every way. He was lazy, envious, and bitter. While other men worked tirelessly on their farms, Ladi wandered aimlessly through the village, gossiping and scheming. He had no trade, no ambition, no respect from anyone except Toye, who saw him not just as a friend but as a lost soul in need of help. Toye often gave Ladi food, money, and even clothes. He had even built a small hut for him, but no matter how much Toye helped, Ladi remained ungrateful, a jealous heart. One evening, as they sat under a mango tree outside Toye's compound, Ladi let out a deep sigh. "Toye, my friend, look at me," he began. "I have nothing, no wealth, no wife, no children. I can't keep living like this." Toye nodded. "You are right, Ladi. Every man deserves a family. But tell me, how do you plan to provide for a wife when you have no job?" Ladi's face darkened. "So you are saying I don't deserve a wife because I am poor?" Toye sighed. "That's not what I mean. A man must be able to feed his family, but don't worry, I will help you." True to his word, Toye found Ladi a wife and even sponsored their wedding. He then gave Ladi a job on his farm, hoping it would give him stability, but as expected, Ladi's laziness got the better of him. He arrived late to work, ruined tasks, and complained about every little chore. Within weeks, Toye had no choice but to fire him, yet despite everything, Toye remained his friend. A wicked plot. One day, Toye announced he would be traveling to Porto Novo with his wife for business. Before leaving, he handed Ladi a pouch filled with money. "Use this wisely," Toye warned. "Make sure your family lacks nothing until I return." Ladi grinned. "Ha, my good friend, you are too kind. May the gods bless you." Ladi squandered it, drinking palm wine and feasting at every pepper soup joint in the village. Within days, he was back to nothing. Meanwhile, in Porto Novo, Toye met with the king and secured a business deal, hiring 3 workers to sell his farm produce at the market twice a week. However, on his journey home, tragedy struck. Toye's cart overturned on a rocky path, and he was badly injured. A local herbalist treated him, preparing a special concoction to aid his healing. As Toye prepared to leave, the herbalist gave him a stern warning. "Toye, be aware of the people you call friends," he said. "Not everyone who smiles at you wishes you well. Reduce how you give out money. Some people's hands are cursed with greed." A dangerous obsession. Now, back in Kukudi, Ladi's jealousy had grown unbearable. He was convinced Toye had some hidden secret to his wealth. He visited a spiritualist. "Tell me," he demanded, "how does Toye make his money?" The spiritualist shook his head. "Ladi, stop this foolishness. Work hard and you too will prosper." But Ladi refused to listen. Instead, he sought out Ajasa, a feared Babalawo known for his wickedness. Ajasa welcomed Ladi with a sinister grin. "So you want to know the secret of your friend's wealth?" Ajasa closed his eyes and chanted, "Toye will return with a special concoction. That is the source of his wealth. If you can get your hands on it, riches will be yours." Ladi's heart leaped with joy. He ran home and told his son he will soon be rich. As soon as Toye returns, he will take what he is. When Toye returned, Ladi rushed to see him. He found his friend eating from a clay pot, the aroma of the meal filling the air. Peering closer, he saw the unmistakable shapes of snail in the stew. His heart pondered. It's true, he thought. The sacred snail that must be his secret. Toye offered him palm wine, but Ladi refused. His mind was racing. That night, he told his son, the secret of wealth is in the sacred snail. We will hunt them tonight and eat to our fill. Under the cover of darkness, Ladi and his son sneaked into the forbidden forest. With reckless excitement, they gathered a basket full of the numerous snails and hurried home. They cooked them in a rich stew, the smell filling their small hut. Eat, my son, Ladi said. By morning we shall be rich. They devoured the meal greedily, licking their fingers in satisfaction. The wrath of the gods. By sunrise, something was terribly wrong. Ladi and his son awoke of excruciating pain. Their bellies swelled unnaturally, stretching like drums about to burst. They screamed in agony as villagers gathered, watching in horror. What have you done? The villagers' chief demanded. Through the pain, Ladi confessed. We ate the sacred snail, he groaned. Gasp filled the air. The elders shook their heads. The spirit have cursed you. A moment later, their swollen bellies split open. A flood of slimy snail crawled out of their bodies, writhing as they escaped back into the forest. The village fell silent. The warning of their ancestors had come to pass. A lesson never forgotten. From that day on, Kukudi's people held an even deeper respect for their traditions. They knew now more than ever that greed and envy led only to destruction. As for Toye, he mourned the loss of his friend, but he never forgot the words of the wise herbalist. Not everyone who smiles at you wishes you well. The moral lesson of this is greed and jealousy lead to destruction, but hard work and patience bring the true wealth. Some traditions exist for a reason, and breaking them may invite a fate worse than poverty. This is from Yem African Folktales. And I'm saying to you again, we meet you next time. Bye. Odabo. Ireo.